Hello guys, welcome to the part 2 of this TCA tutorial series. So in this video guys, I want to cover how we'll be able to extend for example the pages table, the TYPO3 core tables for new fields that we will later use in our front end, for example. So guys, let's go back to our backend. So my idea is maybe to extend the pages TCA configuration, so the pages resource for a new field. Let's call it show banner. I would show it here inside the page layout palette, and I'll show you guys how we'll be able to do that. So for this we need to already have an extension. So we need to already have created an extension where we will load our TCA configuration. So guys, let's dive into it. So if we take a look at my project, the dummy project, so this is the core files. So here I have an extension called YesDev frontend. So under the configuration, under the TCA overrides, so under the folder configuration, then TCA, and then another folder overrides, I will create a new file, pages.php. So guys, pages.php, and in this file I will be extending simply extending my my pages table. So guys, let's take a look. So I've opened the documentation so we can take a look quickly. Yeah, so guys, let's take a look at the documentation. So guys, the documentation shows an example for the TT content table, but as I've mentioned guys, we're gonna do it for the pages table. As you can see here, there is the option add TCA select item. The idea behind this helper function is to add select item to the C type and simply giving it a value and a label and things like that. So this is, for example, if I want to, let's say, add something to the doc type, I will be using that and replacing my the second argument with the doc type. So first argument would be pages, second argument would be doc type, and then, for example, let's say I want to add, I don't know, a new type called dummy page, for example, or test page or something. I can specify that and it will be simply added here, and I can also go here and define how this type will be shown. So for example, let's say I've added a new value, dummy page, and I will go here and specify how this will be shown. So it will be like TCA pages types dummy page show item, then simply show how this page type will be rendered in the backend. So this is like this guys. So here, for example, I have my types, as you can see, and I'm doing the show item. I'm using the show item key to simply show how this thing will be rendered. So we don't need that guys. So for the sake of this tutorial, I will be simply adding new field, as I mentioned, the appearance tab inside the page layout palette that I will later use in my front end, for example. So To do that, I've created my overrides, my new file under the overrides directory. So let's go back here. For example, let's use this function. We actually need both of them, so I would go. We also must define the new field inside the xtables SQL file. So this is simply the database definition. We'll do that also, but let's first go here. So as I've said, this is my pages, the table is pages. I will call this, let's call this as the front end. Let's call it, for example, show banner. Simply, this is simply a flag to show the banner or not. So this is type check. So we can also, for example, create a new translation for it. So let's go my private. Let's create a new folder language. I will go here and create a new file. Let's call it locallang.db. I will, for example, check this file. 1 second, guys. For example, I will then, for example, copy this and paste it here. So guys, I'm simply too lazy. So let's do it this way. Front end, exactly. Local lang db, product name, lang, source language. So perfect, guys. So, and this is, yeah. So if you guys wondering why I'm getting this auto completion, because I'm using the cursor IDE, which is powered by AI. So it is a smart IDE. So guys, let's keep going. Okay, so everything looks good here. So I've defined my new field. So I've simply defined it inside the overrides file. So I've added a new TCA column. So I will go here and add this to my field. So let's take a look in the backend. I want to show that inside the page layout palette. Let's go back here and 1 second, guys. Okay, let's take a look at the original page TCA configuration. Let's take a look at the palette. So this is the page layout palette. I think this may be called layout. So we need to find it, guys. So this is the defined palette. It's called page layout. Okay. So let's find it, guys. I think this is this one, guys. So I think this is the layout palette. Yeah. Yeah. Looks nice. So let's take it. For example, let's put it here. this is my palette. So I'm looking inside my pages table and then inside the palette, and let's say for example before backend layout. So let's say I want to show it before this here, so I may show it like here, like just before this field. So guys, let's keep going. So this looks really good, guys. So if I go to my backend, I clear all caches, so, and I reload my page, for example. So as you can see, guys, I have a new field, a new toggle field called show banner. So as you can see here, guys, so but this won't work because I need to add the field in the database. So if I do something like this, then I would get an error that it is simply not defined. So let's go back. Let's go to my maintenance. Let's do analyze database structure. So as you can see here, guys, it will be added automatically based on the TCA configuration. So in the older versions, I don't know why it is not updated in the TYPO3 documentation, but in the older version, we must define the field, so the database field inside the tables.sql. And for the newer versions, that is used to override these values, so this definitions, this default definitions from the TCA configuration. So I think from TYPO3 13 it is not necessary to define things in the xtables.sql. It will you simply need the TCA configuration. So I will go here and do apply changes. Looks good. So let's go, for example, to this page. I'll go to my appearance. I will go show banner, for example, and that's it, guys. So this is simply saved in this field. So I will be getting it in the front end. I can show you a small example. So I will show you in my layout template how I am getting the field. So for example, if I go here, I think let's take a look at this. So I will use the debug view helper and simply debug all the variables that are given to my front end. So as you can see, the data is the page data. So here I must find my tx yes, the front end show banner. So as you can see here, this is shown here, guys, and I can simply use it and show a banner or do anything with it, guys. So this is very useful when I want to pass extra information to the front end. Yeah, that's it, guys. So if you have any questions, please simply just ask me, just leave a comment, and yeah, I hope you've understood, guys. This may be a little bit difficult at the start, but once you get the hang of it, it will be get easier and easier. So yeah, you must simply practice. And yeah, guys, so as I've said, if you have any questions, simply ask away. You can also send me a direct message, and yeah, I'm happy to help you guys. Also, if you're interested in any TYPO3 help, or if you need like TYPO3 help for your project, for your specific project, you can also book me on Fiverr if you want, or simply also leave me a direct message. So guys, thank you for watching and stay tuned for part 3. Bye bye.